there it goes. I was thinking for a second there, where's my audio? Oh, yeah. Start out right away with all the characters. Right away. Gemma's journey, Grace. Boom, she says. Yes, and boom, right back to you, Gemma. My sweet friend, it is so good to see you. First one in the house. And we got Rod Markins. We've got Brandon's Outdoor Adventures. Hi, Brandon. We've got Old Man, and he says, we are very early, LOL. Well, you weren't that early this time, old man. Then Andy K, of course, says, morning all. Sty still getting his makeup on. And Rod said, hey, Andy, guess so, LOL. Andy returned with, either that or he lost his best set of teeth. Yeah, see, he says. Let's see here. Rod said he's doing his hair. Both of them. Plain old Chuck, good to see ya. I thought I heard a flush. He's on his way, LOL. No. That was much earlier. Microphone wasn't on, so you wouldn't have heard that. Joe Cook, hi. Okay. Yeah, Andy's asking Joe how he's faring, and he says sore. I bet, Joe, I bet you are sore. Gemma's Journey Grace says, of course, it's bank holiday Monday here in the UK. Oh, bank holidays. Yeah. You know, them bankers, they gotta take as much time off as they can. Old man says, Sty North, the timer said 7 p.m. Well, that's what it is. It's 7:02 right now, Central Time, here in Wisconsin. Well, great to see all you folks. We got 9 people that are already in the shack. That is great. That is great. Oh, Gemma just uploaded too. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll have to go check out what you uploaded there, Gemma. Yeah, how you doing there, Chuck? Up your way. I've been trying to catch up on everybody's video work on their channels, and I've been having a heck of a... Hey, Mike! Hike with Mike's in the house. Say hi, everybody. It's not a live with Sty unless Mike shows up. You betcha. Joe Cook asked, doing any fishing yet, Sty? No. And I'll explain that here shortly, why. But it's coming. It's coming. Yeah, we all hope things improve for Joe. Yeah, Joe Cook went through some surgery and he's on the recovery, and it's a little tough to start with. Blues Guitar Guy Fishing. Hey, great to see you. Yes, a lot of you folks I saw earlier in other streams. Running Water. Hola. Hey, good to see ya. Old man says it's only 5:03 here. Yeah, for some of us. Yeah. Oh, wow. Gemma says that her upload's it's a fun music Elvis tribute vlog. Neat. Yes, I will definitely be catching that. Chuck says it's cool and damp all day. Sun just came out for a little bit this evening. Um, Andy says, Sty asked to inquire as to what a Uber is. I won't tell on your DIL Kendra as to who prompted it. Native Grammy, great to see ya. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, Andy, you and Kendra really started getting along there on my Facebook group. I did have to delete a couple of your not your comments, I don't think. Well, it was one or the other of you. There was a couple I had to delete because it is family friendly, and a couple of the comments, I couldn't have. But otherwise, the rest of the conversation's all there. You guys are really getting into it. Okay. Hike with Mike says, Sty, I filmed my Buying Memories Swamp Talk. We'll probably upload it sometime this week. We'll leave a link to your channel since you gave me the inspiration to do the Swamp Talk about buying memories. Well, thank you, Mike. You didn't have to do you don't have to do that. I truly appreciate it. But yeah, I can't wait to see that one, Mike. Let's see. Gemma says it's 1:05 a.m. Monday morning here in the UK. Yeah, for Gemma, she comes to my streams and it's so, when she gets to my stream, it's already morning. Very, very early morning. Andy says, Blues, you still beating the crud out of that song? You have? You nailed it? I think he's meant that last. Yeah, at last. Blue said, still tending my ribs on the smoker, so I'll be back and forth. Oh, Blues. Yeah, I told him over in another stream. I said, yeah, you had to bring up food, didn't you? Yep. Yeah, he's doing ribs out on the smoker. Wow. Andy says, I did put a comment up that you were more than welcome to mod the comments. Yeah. Well, I kind of went through them, and I thought, yeah, I only got rid of the ones that I just really couldn't leave up. You know, there was a couple of F-bombs. I just can't leave those ones up. So if the F-bombs are left up, if they're, or not put in, and they're innuendos in a sense without the language, they'll probably stay. Because they were fun. I mean, your conversation was fun. Gemma says, and I've been out doing photography yesterday, which I'm uploading too soon. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Gemma. Great. Oh, Sean snuck in the house. Where did I miss Sean coming in? How did I miss Sean? Well, I'm not missing you now, Sean. Great to have you in the house. There he is. Blues guitar says, Andy K, I have one guitar track down that I liked, playing with the others when I have time. There you go. Keep at it. Keep at it. Gemma's Journey Grace says, but I won't miss Sty North. Thank you, Gemma. Thank you. Yep, you're too sweet, Gemma. Okay. Andy says, Kendra's great, wicked sense of humor and thought patterns. I did take the convo to PMs after a while because the voices were getting louder. You and Kendra, I pictured right away before you two even met each other on my channel. I had already pictured the two of you in the same room. Well, preferably in the same spot out in the middle of maybe about 4 square miles. So the rest of the world doesn't get too confused. The way both of your intellects work, I could see the two of you just, sky's the limit. Hey, I'm doing real good, Sean Carl. How are you? Blue says, Andy, I have to be careful with that song. Can't dress it up too much. Leaning a bit on the Ray Charles version. No vocals. Huh. Sounds good. Yeah, Sean Carl says, I try very hard not to miss your chats. Well, I truly appreciate that, Sean. Really do. Really do. Gemma says, I set a reminder and alarm. Mike says, we had some wicked weather today. Saw some funnel clouds in the distance, and the University of Florida had to cancel their graduation ceremony at their stadium known as the Swamp, of course. Wow, yeah. Our weather's been on and off. They tell us, it's going to rain, it's 60% chance, and the sun's out all day. So I make other plans. And then they tell us it's going to be 0% chance of rain, it's going to be nice, and it rains half the day. So, yeah, just don't trust the weatherman where I live. Just make your plans, do what you're going to do. Wait a few hours, the weather will change. Andy says, yeah, something of a delicate choice of song there, Blues. All too easy to upset a few million people. Yeah. Okay. Andy, sky's the limit? Was more a case of how far down in the gutter can the conversation could go. LOL. Hey, Warsaw Patriot. Welcome to the Shack. It's great to have you here. Yes, Warsaw is saying to Gemma that you can't always rely on YouTube. YouTube's notifications have been having issues. Yes, I've been having issues. There's certain folks that I follow, and the bell is rung, but I'm not getting the notifications. Really bums me out. Sean Carl says, I'm doing great, Sty. Going to try that shaga tea tomorrow. It's warm enough where I can make it outdoors. Well, good for you. Good for you. Great. Hey, Cheesehead, you're in the house. Hello, IRS. I need some help with my employer and my 401k benefits. Yeah, keep dialing. I'll let the Department of Labor know that you really aren't an employee. You're just a pretend contractor. Cheesehead called me the other day. Oh yeah, let's just have a little bit of a conversation on the phone. 2 hours and 15 minutes. It was like a live stream with just Cheesehead and me. Yeah, Gemma said she meant that she set her own alarm. She had the notifications for YouTube, but she set her own alarm. Andy says that blues guitar guy can mess with the British national anthem all he would like to. Old man, when have the weathermen ever been right? Yeah, never. Plain old Chuck. Cheesehead, just send them all you have. You can owe the rest. LOL. That's it. Send everything to the IRS and you probably won't get any back. And then Joe Cook says, yeah, Sty, I think we have the same weatherman here in New Brunswick. Yeah. Warsaw Patriot. Sty North. Even YouTube has even been unsubbing people after they have been longtime supporters. I've supported. Me too. I've had that. I've been unsubbed from people that I go and watch on a regular basis, and YouTube will purge, and I'll lose. I won't have my sub to them anymore. So I have to go through. I've got 700, almost 800 people that I'm subbed to, and I have to go through that list every couple of weeks and just kind of hit on every channel to see if I'm still subbed to them, because YouTube boots me. Even though I've been watching people's videos on their channels, all of a sudden I'll get booted. I don't get it. Well, nobody gets it. Yeah, it's crazy how the platform's been kind of breaking apart. Yeah, and don't start a revolution here. Rod says, I have an Asian cousin who is a weatherman. His name is Wosby Wong. Oh, no. Oh, okay. She said, and I was the star, of course. Andy, kicked off, should have been given the key to the town blues. Running water, I usually get notified several hours after something has happened. I have that happen too. I'll watch something, I get done watching it, and then all of a sudden I'll get the notification. So-and-so's going live. No, they aren't, they just got off. I've been watching them for 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, Andy says weathermen are always right about the weather. They just get the dates and locations messed up. Yeah, they do. She said, still waiting for my appearance fees. You have to appear first, you know. Just so you folks know, one of these days, Cheesehead and I are going to do a collab. After that 2+ hour conversation on the phone, we've got a lot of plans to make. Hike with Mike says, I don't follow sports anymore, would rather be doing stuff instead of watching stuff. But when I got married, my in-laws were from Wisconsin, and they were a bit perturbed that I was a Vikings fan. LOL. Yeah, people in Wisconsin automatically assume you cannot be from Wisconsin or married to somebody in Wisconsin or been through Wisconsin and not be a Packers fan. You have to be. It's a requirement. Okay. They can set all the rules they want. They don't pick who I'm going to be a fan of. Okay. Cheesehead says, I tried to do a live stream from my phone last night. You know, now need 1,000 subs to do that. You're not at 1,000, Cheese? I thought you were. Well, hey, everybody, if you're not subbed to Cheesehead Chris, get over there and sub to him. We want him to be able to live stream on his phone again. he's just trying to get back into the swing of things here, and we need him to be able to live stream. So yeah, if you're not subbed to him, get over there and sub to him so we can get Cheesehead live. And then I get to sit in the chat and have some fun. Warsaw Patriots asking if I'm American or Canadian. Well, I'm American. U.S. side of North America. Chuck says just now got a notification. There you go, Chuck. Get over here. You can. We're gonna start a stream. Blues says never was much of a fan of officers after that. Andy, don't blame you, Blues. Ratings always seem better. Seem better people and more down to earth, even if my eldest brother was a CPO in the Navy. LOL. Blues says, by the way, Sty, it was a catch. Says Bryant. Yeah. Cheese says he's not even at 500. Holy smokes, Cheese. Yeah. I don't care if you know, I'd like to see you at 1001. And then I don't care if you grow anymore at all. I just want you to be able to do streams. Now, someone said you can use Streamlabs on your phone, and it gets right around the 1,000 subscriber requirement. But I wouldn't know, because I never use my phone for YouTube. Gemma's Journey says, she said, I'm your new friend. That's a good friend, Cheesehead. Sean says, I'll get right over there, Cheesehead. Look what we got going on here, Cheesehead. Rod Markin says, I'm at 45 now. And that's why I tell everybody, all of you need to check each other out, support each other. We really, really need to support each other here. Native Grammy says, I'm not at 500 yet either, but live on Streamlabs or Campfire. Now, see, they're Native Grammys. That's right. I should have remembered that. See, she got around it with Streamlabs. Yeah, he can do it from computer, but not from his mobile device. Now, Cheesehead likes to do his streams from out around his fire pit. Yeah. And he used to do it all the time. You can go mobile if you have less than 1,000 subs if you use Streamlabs. That I do know, that because I've been following several people that are using Streamlabs, and they're way under 1,000. Hey, viewed this. Good evening. Good to see you. Folks, this is the one and only smoke you're going to see me have. I'm quitting. I can't cold turkey it, but I'm close to done. Yes, Gemma likes her outdoor channels, and she said, I hope he gets back into doing his cooking out on his deck. I mean, I know from personal experience, he can cook. He can cook really well. Okay, folks, I got to get going on the Sty Story. And then after the Sty Story, I got some things to share with you. And one thing I want I want to let you all know of one thing is please watch, especially my moderators, please watch for any trolls on the channel. We want this to stay family friendly. We don't want it getting way off and getting weird. But I had an individual try to sub to me today, wanting a sub in return. I went and checked their channel out, and their channel, no way, and they were severely bashing other channels. And no, I don't want that. I won't tolerate that here. Oops. I gotta adjust. I'll explain that later too. You'll see me adjusting a lot tonight. But no, Joe says quitting the pipe too, Sty? No, I'm converting to the pipe. And I won't smoke my pipe indoors, period. So it's going to limit my smoking to maybe 3 or 4 smokes a day off my pipe. Yeah, I think I can do it. This is the first one. Believe it or not, this is the first one in about 30 hours. So I'm just giving myself a treat. Native Grammy's apologizing in advance if she falls asleep. Been up over 48 hours, wanted to stay up long enough to say hi to you. You will be on my TV anyway. Well, thanks, Native Grammy. Yes, don't stay awake for this. You can always come back and hear it later. Okay, tonight's story, I'm going to jump on it right away. Yeah. Andy's saying if I want him to earn his ranch spanner. Man, what a slave driver. Okay, now tonight's Sty Story. It's a little different. You want some help with that? Now this one goes down the road of someone being able to offer something that, oh, real quick, Pixie Sticks, welcome to the Sty Shack, good to see ya. We're just getting started with the Sty Story. And what this has to do is getting an offer from somebody to give me a hand. And it was from somebody that I would have least suspected could even give me a hand if they wanted to. So here's the scoop. Now this is probably about 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. I was in my late 40s, I suspect. Mid 40s, late 40s. I was out deer hunting. I had an awesome deer stand, and I had scoped this area out, and it was quite remote. If you knew how to get in there with a truck, you had to go down some old trails and paths that you would never think you'd get a truck through. And it would come out to this, like a little clearing, just a small little clearing, maybe 150 feet across. And you could park in there. And so I found this location. I was on foot when I found it, and I figured out how I could drive in there. So I drove in there, and I started scouting it out. And boy, was there a nice deer population in there. I figured I'm going to get my deer this year right from there. Well, I picked a good spot for a deer stand. I set the deer stand up. Then I started exploring around my stand, probably trying to go out 4 or 5 acres around it. and I came across the trail. And I followed that trail. It looked like it headed up to where my truck was parked. So I followed it the opposite direction. It ended at this awesome deer blind that you could tell was hand-built. And it was built out of logs. Somebody had cut up a bunch of down timber and stacked those logs and made this lean-to style deer blind. And one end was open. And you could get in from that one end just by walking. You only had to duck a little bit and you could walk right in. So whoever had built it well, and it had like a half wall that was about 3 feet high. So you could set a chair in there and sit and shoot over that wall, and you could look down into this really nice ravine. Had a lot of timber in it, but it was staggered timber, so it was real open. You could see real well. And I thought, boy, somebody put a lot of work into this. Thank goodness I'm probably 2 football fields away from it, a good 300, 400 yards away from it. And I looked and I could see these, it looked like tire tracks that were probably about, 28 inches apart. And I thought, somebody's got one of those deer haulers, and they're hauling their deer in and out with one of those 2-wheeled deer haulers. I had one for a while, and they're real handy. So I followed the trail back out to where my truck was. And sure enough, there I could see those 2-wheeled tracks all the way up to where my truck was. And I thought, lucky buggers, they got that hauler, and I had gotten rid of mine, so no, I'd be dragging a deer out. Well, this was about a week before opener. I get out there for opener. I get there, probably about 4 o'clock in the morning. And I get into my deer stand. I get up in the deer stand, get comfortable, and the sun don't come up till 6:30. So I'm all settled in, waiting for the sun to come up. And I heard a truck pull in. And I thought, oh boy. And then I realized, it must be somebody that's hunting that deer blind. That's all right. Maybe they'll even drive deer my direction. Well, sure enough, about 7:30, 7:45 that morning, I heard a gun go off. Boom. And I thought, whoever was in that deer blind got lucky. Only one shot, and then I didn't hear nothing. Well, I sat in that deer stand. I sat in that deer stand right up until evening. Nothing was coming through where I was at. I even had a bait pile up. Nothing was coming in. Come around evening, here comes a fairly nice buck and 3 does. And they come strolling in. They're by the bait pile. I took a beat on that buck and kapow, dropped him. So I had this nice buck. Well, it's getting close to dark, and I knew I didn't have much time to get him out. I get down out of that deer stand. I get to the buck. I field dress him, and I start dragging him out of there. And he was a good-sized buck. He was a couple 100 pounds. And I'm dragging him uphill to where my truck is, which is about the length of a football field from where my deer stand was. And all of a sudden I hear this voice off to my left. I didn't even see the guy, but I heard this voice. You want some help with that? And I turned and I looked. You wouldn't have believed what I saw. Here's this fella, just a little bit older than I was, and he's sitting in a wheelchair. He's sitting in a wheelchair out in the middle of the woods, and he's asking me if I want some help dragging that deer out. I thought, what in the world? And I said, well, and my first reaction was, well, no, I think I can handle it, because I sure as heck don't want to feel that I had this guy in a wheelchair help me pull my deer out of the woods. And he says, it's all uphill. He says, I'll give you a hand. And I said, well, I'm not quite sure how you're going to be able to do that. He says, I'll show you. He come through that brush in that wheelchair. Now that wheelchair it looked almost like small motorcycle tires on it. And they're all knobby, they look like off-road tires. And he wheels that bugger up there, and he reaches behind himself, and he pulls this strap out. And it's connected to a harness on his wheelchair. He says, attach that to the horns of that deer. And he said, you can follow me, and I'll pull, and you pull, and we'll get that deer up there in no time. You know what? I had a heck of a time keeping up with him. When we got up to my truck with that deer, I couldn't believe this guy did that. We got up to my truck, and I was looking at that guy, and that guy had biceps on him like that. That man had he had the heftiest upper body strength I had ever seen in a person, in a human being. And I looked over, and there's another truck. There's a smaller truck than what I own. And in the back of it, in the box, is this beautiful, big 10-point buck. And I'm thinking, is that his? And I go, wow, who got that big 10-pointer? He goes, oh, I got that this morning. He said, and I just been hanging around here. He says, I had some lunch, and he said, I didn't want to head home. It's such a nice day. And he said, then I heard your shot, and I figured I'd come down and see if I could help you. Now you tell me. You tell me that man's disabled. He was far more able than I was. Here, we talked for quite a while, and he explained to me that he built that deer blind all by himself, all by hand, in and out with that wheelchair. He said he developed that trail so he could get in and out to that deer blind without much effort. And he said that he spent 4 years conditioning himself so that he could go deer hunting again. Come to find out, he was a Vietnam vet, critically injured over in country, and lost use of his legs. But yet he was determined enough to be able to hunt again as he did as a teenager before he ended up in Nam. That man would not accept help from somebody else. He made that clear to me. But he said that he would help anybody that needed it. So, you need some help with that? If he was nearby, the answer would be, yep, absolutely. And I'm not kidding. When he got in his truck, I was amazed because he was able to reach up, he gets a hold of the steering wheel, and everything was hand controlled in his truck. The brakes, it was an automatic, so throttle, everything was all hand controlled. But he'd reach up, grab that steering wheel, and he'd hoist himself out of the chair right into the seat of that truck. He'd reach all the way over, grab that chair and lift it up, fold that thing up right over his lap and into the passenger seat with that chair. And off he went. He drove off. I ran into him one other time, and that was at a Walmart, and he was parked way across the parking lot. And he had a newer truck. And I seen him come across the parking lot, and I walked up to him, and I said, hey, you remember me? He goes, yeah, you're the guy that got that 8-point buck that I helped drag out of the woods. I said, yeah. I said, how you doing? He says, good. I said, why are you parking way over there? You can park right up front. He goes, I don't want nobody scratching my truck. So, yeah, no, there's nothing disabled about that fella. So, sometimes folks will fool you. You're only as disabled as you're willing to be in a lot of cases. And he told me, I told him, I said, you amaze me. I said, for someone disabled to be able to do everything you do. And he said, well, no. He says, I'm unable to do things that some other people are able to do. He says, that doesn't make me disabled. I just have to find a different way to do it. And I thought, boy, oh boy, he should mentor other people in that same condition. Because talk about a man with a positive attitude. Yep. And I just adored the fella and never really, truly got to know him. I would love to run into him again. So that's the Sty Story for tonight. Now I got a couple that I'm going to read to you, but I'm going to give that a minute. I'm going to catch up on the chat. Then I'm going to read these two short ones, real short ones to you that I got from one of my viewers. And he wants to remain anonymous, but they're neat little stories. And he emailed them to me, so I just want to share them with you. So I'm going to take a quick look at the chat. Warsaw Patriot says, Sty North, by the way, my channel is a 2A channel, and I do woodworking projects. I even do wood burning and drawing. Awesome. Sorry for that, folks. But because Warsaw Patriot brought that up, I used to have all the gear, and I like to make walking sticks out of maple and willow, but I want to start customizing them. I want to do some carving, and I want to be able to put Sty on each one of them. They're Sty sticks, and I'm going to eventually, once I have a good stock of them, market them, and it's going to be Sty sticks, S-T-Y, and then it's going to be it's going to be S-T-X, Sty sticks. But I just got a wood burner, not 4 months ago. All I did was try it out on a piece of test wood, and I love it. The only issue is doing it in an apartment. The neighbors might smell it, or I might set off the smoke alarm. Wouldn't be the first time I'd done something stupid. Great that you brought that up, Warsaw. I have to take a quick peek. Hit the wrong button, of course. Okay, I'm going to make sure that I've got you on my list, because I definitely will need to check out your channel. I'm just doing a little bit of OBS maintenance there. Thanks, Rod. Yeah, everybody, if you will, please hit that thumbs up. When I posted this live stream, literally within 1 minute of posting it, I got a thumbs down. And I think that's somebody that was friends with the person I blocked. So all the thumbs up help. They really do. Yeah, Andy was telling native Grammy to think lullabies. Yeah, Pixie Sticks, you made it just in time. And old man's telling everybody hit the thumbs up. Thank you, old man. Hike with Mike says, I can't believe how I have got my Honda Civic through some rough forest roads. Pure luck, LOL. Yeah, I picture you to be a lot like me, Mike. I'm sure I can do it. I'm sure I can do it. Trent, I see you're in the house. Great, Trent. Made it just a little late. Not much late, no. Yeah, trying to. Oh, did you go with helping your son the other morning? Yeah, I did help the boy. Running Water, when he gets home, the 24th, I think it is, right around there. He's got some big projects going on, and before then, I'm hoping I can get over and cut up his trees that were taken down. I like that rod. Handy, capable. Yeah, that boy was. Yeah, I was. Andy said to Mike, Honda Magic Flying Carpet. Yeah. And Mike said, must be it's close to the ground. Must have only 10 inches clearance. Yeah, Andy's not taking his off-road. Yeah, Pixie boy, that fella did have determination. Andy said, hey, Trent, back breaking. He wanted help smashing up an old concrete coal bunker. Oh, that's what he's talking about. Yeah, okay. Not quite the job description he gave me on the phone, but that's kids for you. How's you, mate? Yeah. Thanks, Mike. And Pixie. Rod says too many folks that aren't disabled park in those spots. That's absolutely true. I can't stand that. Thanks, Joe and Rod. Andy says, Rod, I took my wife to get her shopping today. I waited in my parking bay and had the music so loud that anyone who didn't need to be there cleared off. There you go. Thanks, Sean. Just a girl. Hey, just a girl. Yeah, I'm just catching up on the chat, seeing people that popped in. You're welcome, Andy. Yeah, it is kind of inspirational, isn't it? I mean, the guy inspired me to not whine. Oh, man. Hey, I know he could outdo me. I know he could outdo me. Okay. Thanks, Pixie Sticks. Awesome name. Andy. Sty Sticks. Yeah. Yeah, you know, maybe I will do it that way with the STYX. I like that, Andy. I like that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Running Water says, not sure if Joe told you, but I had a large workbench delivered for the shed. He dragged the heavy thing to the porch corner. Holy smokes! He should have messaged me. I could have helped him out. You're buying interior fixtures for a shed we haven't built yet, buddy. Gemma says, Sty North, I've also got a vintage motorbike and car rally bid coming. Oh, that ought to be cool. That ought to be cool. I'm going to like that. Rod says, I found my muscle relaxers. Slept good last night. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a little current story here in a minute. Native Grammy with her sneaky eyes and all of her little winky smiley faces, a tear, sweat, and then Z's. Native Grammy's got to be just struggling through this. Rod says old Volkswagen Beetles went good. I think he meant good in the woods. I've had two over the years, and I love my VWs, man. I'd take them almost anywhere. Hey, and he says he'll go into the woods, Rod. It's getting the buggers out again that causes the grief. No, they're not hard to get out. You roll them over on their back and you slide them out on the roof. Andy's asked if I saw Gemma flirting with Elvis earlier. Yeah. Okay, folks, I'm going to read these two stories to you. I got to take my glasses off to do it. Cheesehead says, thanks for the Streamlabs info. Just downloaded it to my phone. I'll have to test it out tomorrow. Good luck there, Cheesehead. And if YouTube says you're a bad boy, don't blame me. Okay, here we go, folks. I'm going to read you these two stories. This first one, this is about some game wardens that had a hearty laugh. Now, again, these came from a viewer that asked me to not state who they were. They had their own reasons why they didn't want it stated. These are personal stories of their own, but they just didn't want it revealed that it was them. Okay. I was home on boot camp leave when my uncle invited me to go fishing with him on this creek that meanders through this swamp. It is well known that he knows his way around that square mile of swamp. We went in, each carrying our fishing gear. About a quarter of a mile in, we had to cross this old beaver dam. He told me to step across. I looked at it and said, that is not safe. He said it was, so I told him to go first. He called me a few names, handed me his fishing pole, and stepped out and vanished below the surface of the water. He came up trying to swim with his high-top boots on, yelling at me not to laugh, and if I did, he would throw me in. I couldn't help it. I backed up laughing at him and took off running, laughing all the way. Out at the highway, 2 fish and game vehicles were there with 3 game wardens. Since I had all the fishing poles and tackle, they couldn't give him a citation for fishing without a license. When he went to the creek culvert to empty his boots out, he dumped out the water and 2 small trout. One of the wardens asked him if that was his new catch and release system. All of the wardens were laughing so hard about it, and one said, "We must share this with others." It was one way to catch a couple of trout without a license. Okay, here's the second story. And it's titled Firecrackers and Septic Tank. Now, I like this story. This one was just funny. Boy, I was busting a gut. Here we go. In the early 60s, we went to stay at my grandparents' camp with some of my cousins. My grandparents had planted a 20-foot by 100-foot raspberry patch. The renters of the next camp said that we couldn't pick any of them because they were there first. My father pointed out the property line and told them to get off the property and quit stealing the raspberries. My father had to call the sheriff on them. That night, when the full moon came up around 2 a.m., our neighbor cut down the entire raspberry patch with a brush scythe, exposing their septic tank vent. That morning, our neighbor gave his kids firecrackers to harass us with, in putting out several small fires that were started. One was found with most of its fuse still good. I won't say who did it, but that firecracker was lit and popped into the septic tank vent pipe. No one saw which one of the kids did it. There was a loud whoom, and the ground shook. We ran into camp and quickly sat around a small table with a puzzle that we had been working on. My father came down the stairs and asked, "What was that?" We said we didn't know, but it seemed to come from our neighbor's camp. The language coming from our neighbor's camp that they were renting was not fit for youngsters' ears to hear. It was several days before we, kids, found out what happened in the camp bathroom. It seemed that Mr. Foulmouth was sitting on the commode when it had a massive blowback. His kids got the blame, for they were the only ones who had firecrackers, and they were illegal to have. Besides having to pay a hefty fine for having firecrackers, there was cleanup and repairs to the bathroom. I guess the moral would be a good neighbor. Yes. Be a good neighbor, or you could end up with a bad neighbor. Okay, now I'm going to see what you folks been talking about. Okay. Old man, I have had indiscreet people cut me off for their handicap spot and run into the store to go shopping. I call the handicap parking enforcement. See, that's one of the things that bothers me here where I live. We don't have, say, parking enforcement people that deal with the handicap parking areas. So you have to just call the local PD. Well, the problem I have with that is the local PD doesn't do anything. They don't do anything. They won't even cite them. Now, that's a shortcoming on the PD's part, as far as I'm concerned, because that should be enforced. Another thing I noticed, too, is people will borrow their parents' or their grandparents' vehicle, and they'll have the handicap tag, and I'll see them pull in, and they're 18, 19, 20, 25 years old, not a thing wrong with them, period. And they'll pull that thing out of the glove box and hang it on the mirror and park right in front of the store, get out, and they go in there and they hang out with their buddies and take up that spot. That irritates me to no end, too. Hi, Kendra. Good to see ya. I did it. I'm having a second one. That's it. That's it. After this one, if anybody sees me do that again, chew me out. Chew me out. Tell me, put it out. Put it out. She says the wife just traded in her 2018 VW Bug 2 weeks ago. Oh, wow. Andy says, good for you, old man. Last one did that to me. I parked right across their car so they couldn't get out until I had finished my shopping. Good for you, Andy. Okay. Native Grammy says, she said, Chris, I've streamed a lot with it. YouTube hasn't said anything. Yeah, see, I haven't seen anything that YouTube has stepped in on that at all. How far is Toma from me? Oh. Okay, Joe Cook says, okay, everyone got to take my pain pills and hit the sack. Good night, all. Yes, Joe. Have a good night. Have a very good night. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Kendra. Yeah. Yeah, Toma's not too far from where Kendra's at, is it? Running water. She said, I'll come up there and kick your butt. Yeah, Kendra, I bet you want to see Bean. That's their dog. Yeah, Rod says some of those streams are not worth going to. Yeah, there's some streams out there that really aren't. Some of them are kind of rough. But I just got a gut feeling that YouTube is going to find that they're going to end up rescinding that 1,000 sub requirement. I think right now they're doing that because they want people with 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours to monetize so that they make money off of it. So I think that's what that is about, that YouTube sees dollar signs and they're pushing that way, and they're going to find that, yeah, people are either going to quit streaming, period, because all they use are phones, or they're going to find a way around it if they can. So she said sort of like this one. Yeah, you don't have to watch cheese. You don't have to. So I'm going to tell you folks something I did Friday. I was going to go fishing, and I got outside and I'm going, wow, is it nice out? Man, it's just beautiful. And I decided it's Friday. Tomorrow's opener. I'd be going fishing today, and I can just see a game warden saying, you caught a bass, you're in trouble now. So I figured, no, I'm going to do something different. So I headed to Morgan Falls. Now, a lot of folks won't know what I'm talking about, but Morgan Falls is about 20 miles from me, and it's been closed. That area has been closed for the last 3 years. They just reopened it, and they redid the whole place. Getting into the falls is super easy now. Excellent trail. But I got in there and I decided, man, it's so nice. I took off up St. Peter's Dome. That's a chore. So yesterday, Saturday, day after. I felt like $1,000,000 Friday when I got home. Saturday morning, yesterday morning was a whole different story. Oh my gosh, I found out I had muscles I forgot I even had. So I've got 2 videos I did on that Friday. One going into Morgan Falls and the video of the falls and everything. That one gets posted tomorrow morning. On Thursday, the longest video I've ever made, is getting posted. And that's the entire hike up to St. Peter's Dome. Now, I didn't film it up to the dome and back, it just up to the dome and then from the top of the dome. So if you want to catch a long video, watch for it Thursday morning, it'll go up. Now, the nice thing about it is you can start at the beginning, watch a little bit of the hiking part, go into it a little ways, and then fast forward till I get up to the dome. If you don't want to see the whole trail up to the dome, it's as long of a video as you make it, let's put it that way. But that video in its entirety, well, I'll tell you right now, it took 1 hour and 5 minutes to get to the top of the dome. So the entire video is 1 hour and 18 minutes. It's a long one. Austin, hey, good to see you. And Austin is, Austin saying they'll see that people are using Streamlabs and rescind that statement. Very likely, very likely. Or else it goes elsewhere. Running Water saying, and YouTube wants to keep its participation. That definitely they want to keep it. Rod says it's been all about the money from the beginning of time. Oh yeah, they wouldn't do it for nothing. Yeah, Kendra says she has no channel or stream, just like hanging out here with y'all. Yeah. Same with Sean, yeah. And Austin asks, what state are you in? I'm in Wisconsin. Yep, northern Wisconsin. As far north as you can go in Wisconsin without getting your feet wet. Pixie Sticks says, thanks for the story, Sty. Good night, everyone. Good night, Pixie. Thanks so much for coming. Yeah, Austin says Thursday morning. All right, I'll be expecting that notification. And like we were saying earlier, so many of us have rung the notification bell and we get the notification after the fact. And so the notifications, it's hit and miss. So hopefully you'll get notified. Old man says to Andy, I saw a kid on one of these Matchbox cars cut a handicap off who was in a big truck who wound up pushing the idiot's car over 45-foot embankment. Oh boy. Wisconsin, sweet. I've been wondering about that for some time. We don't have any nice areas around Pittsburgh. Hey guys. Hey, okay, I'm gonna mute the mic. I'll be right back. I mean, literally just a moment. I got somebody at the dang door. Everybody here knows that I stream on Sunday nights, but so this must be somebody that doesn't know. I'll be right back. Okay, I should have left the microphone going. You guys might have got a kick out of that conversation I just had. A somewhat intoxicated individual knocking on my door. I answered the door, and they go, "You're not who I'm looking for." I said, "You're not somebody I know." And they said, "Well, isn't this apartment such and such?" And I go, "You are quite a bit off. First of all, you have to go up another 3 floors. Second of all, that apartment number isn't even close to this apartment number." And I showed him. "See what it says on the door?" And he looks. Yeah, intoxicated just enough that he needs glasses. So yeah, it was pretty funny. Again, you guys, you started thinking right away what's going on. Yeah, Jim is just relaxing, watching, yeah. Okay. Try to catch up with you guys. Running Water says he just grabbed a load in Philly and second half in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I used to haul in and out of Pittsburgh to the Commonwealth Warehouse. That was years ago. Yeah, hauled in and out of there all the time. Actually, my brother-in-law is from a little ways east and north of Pittsburgh, kind of in the hilly mountain country up there. That's where he's from. Yeah, Austin, that's the way to do it. That's why I post my weekly videos at Monday morning at 7 and Thursday morning at 7, because there's folks, they get up in the morning, that's the first thing they want to do is jump on YouTube, have a cup of coffee and some breakfast, and watch a few videos. And then throughout the day, I pick up several views, and then in the evening, that's when people really get a chance to check them out. And he says, "Church ladies, mass attacked after Sty again." Go, I'm glad that's not who was at my door. And then Kendra's saying, "Maybe Jehovah's Witnesses." No, we don't. They can't get in the building is the thing. We don't get solicitors. It's a secure building. If we do get a solicitor, I show them right to the door. Even if it's something I want. They got no business on our floors. Anybody gets above the main floor, they don't belong in, and they don't live here, they don't belong in here. Rod says, "Must be the YouTube police. Yeah, they finally found me." Oh. Run, Sty, run. Noble, hey, Nebel. How, I don't know how to pronounce it. It is so great to see you. He's been catching all of my streams. Awesome. Just awesome. Running Water's asking if I got any Girl Scout cookies. No. Kendra says, "What have you been doing since retirement?" Well, I've been getting outdoors, running around a little. Now I got an issue. Running Water, just so you know, I'm going to be taking my truck over by your place because I'm not allowed to in the parking lot here. I got to put back brakes on it. Going through all that mud and crap up in the barrens, I got myself into a pretty good, nasty red clay mud hole, and then right after that red clay, I got into this freshly crushed rock fill area. All that crushed rock mixed with that clay got up in the calipers, and it tore the heck out of one of the shoes on the driver's side rear wheel. So I got some grinding going on. Well, I should say growling. It's not actually grinding. I got under there and looked, and what happened was it blew out about half of a shoe. So before it trashes my rotor, I ordered a couple of shoes, and soon down the road here, I'm going to have to throw those rear brake shoes in the truck. So I figured I'd do it over at your place. And he says, "Wasn't me, Sty, I swear." ASMR. What is ASMR? I haven't considered it because I really don't know what ASMR is. Folks need to understand that Sty's involvement with YouTube, other social medias, are to a minimal level. The social media world, the broader YouTube world, all those things, I don't have time with, or time for. And a lot of those things Sty doesn't learn because I'm an outdoorsman. I'm out there all the time if I'm not sitting here doing this. So no, I don't even know. I don't understand ASMR. I wish I had Girl Scout cookies. Yeah, try to keep track of everybody here. Yeah, Kendra, if she's got Girl Scout cookies, she's lucky she's not closer. Oh, yeah, she was sure if somebody would make them for her. Kendra saw me on the house cam like a creepy stalker with a camera. Yeah, we have a good community here. I just love my followers. Andy says, don't do like I did, Kendra, half hour after eating one and got nothing happened, so I ate the lot. 2 hours later, and sheesh, 3 days out of it. LOL. Yeah. Running Water says, can move my car if needed. Spare key by the front door. Well, maybe. Yeah. I might do it right out on the street out front of the house. We'll see. Andy says ASMR equals torture. Oh yeah, Kendra, you lost me. Autonomous sensory meridian response. Okay. Kathleen Elliott, hey, hi. Thanks for stopping in. That's great. Hello, Mr. Sty. Mr. A lot of people call me Mr. Sty. The only time I get called Mr. since my mother passed away. And usually when I heard Mr., it was, "You're in trouble, Mister." Plain Old Chuck says, "I read it and I still don't understand it." Yeah, me too, Chuck. Yeah, that's why I need buddies like you, Chuck, so I don't feel all alone. It's kind of more than I need to know. Does it have bacon in it? Yeah, I'm sure there's a video on. There's a video on everything. There's a video on it. Absolutely everything out there. Kendra says, "Video evidence. I've watched enough crime shows to know you should get rid of video." Yeah. Rolling Homestead. Hey, great to see ya. Great to see ya. Folks, if you haven't checked out Rolling Homestead, make sure to do so. He's got some great live streams over there. And Rolling Homestead and I have been keeping tabs on each other generally for a long time because it started out way back when both of us were starting our channels, and we followed each other. And yeah, he's great. You gotta go meet him. Kendra, ha ha ha, Sty, you confused is hilarious. Hey, I can get mighty confused sometimes. Been that way my whole life. Never been lost. Just mighty confused for a few days. I said the B word, and right away Chris jumps in. Bacon? Yeah. I can't wait. It's getting close. The weather's getting better. I can't wait to get the topper off my truck, get the tonneau cover on, get my custom dome tent, box tent that goes on the back of my truck, and get myself out in the woods and camp for a few days and do some cooking out, just hiking around. Bacon for breakfast. Yeah, I'm getting all geared up, get that adventure trailer finished too. And yeah, the end of this month I am getting a kayak. It's happening. I will be getting a kayak by the end of May. Yeah, Plain Old Chuck says, magic word, woke up cheesehead. Bacon, boom, cheesehead. Andy says, anyone good at tilling? I got some work for you, LOL. I am not traveling to the UK to do any tilling for anybody. Bacon Bannock. You betcha. You know, actually, Chris, I've done this, and I've fried up a bunch of bacon nice and crispy. So it's real nice and crispy. Broke it all up, made a batch of Bannock, and then worked the bacon into the Bannock. And then I pan fried it in a cast iron pan over the campfire with the bacon in the Bannock. And then what I like to do is I like to dip it in maple syrup. It's the die for. Now, running water, you remember as a kid, old Sty would get pretty creative with Bannock. We made what I called Rocky Mountain Donuts, and I used Bannock, and all I would do is add a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon, and a little bit of extra sugar in the Bannock mix. Just like regular Bannock, mix it up, but I'd break it off in chunks and I'd deep fry it in a cast iron pan with about 1.5 inches of oil in it. And we called them Rocky Mountain Donuts when we were living up in the backcountry out there. And my kids would eat the heck out of them. And to make them even better, we'd throw them in a paper sack full of sugar and cinnamon and shake them up so that you could get sugar-coated ones or the plain ones. Oh, yeah. But bacon in the Bannock. Great bushcrafting part of a breakfast. And then if my batch usually makes a pretty good-sized piece of Bannock, I break it in half, put half of it in a Ziploc, stick it in my pack for when I'm out hiking that day, and I snack on it. Bacon and cheese Bannock. Oh, shut up. Now he's got to add the cheese. Oh, my gosh. But then again, he is cheesehead, right? Right. Oh, tiling, not tilling. Oh, tiling. I'm still not going to the UK to help you tile. You redoing a bathroom? And he says bacon and wood pigeon breasts in red wine sauce. I'll do it. Old man says bacon for breakfast, ham for dinner, and pork chops for supper. Yeah. I had an uncle. There's no kidding. He came out and visit me when we were out in Montana, and he insisted for the 3 days they were there. Fortunately, he had my mother with him. Fortunately, he took him and her and the family. We went to a local restaurant 3 times during those 3 days. So I only had to fix him pork chops twice a day for 3 days. He has pork chops for breakfast. He wants pork chops for lunch, and then he has pork chops for dinner. And he'll do that every single day that he can. I thought it would kill him. It didn't. What killed him was he was out splitting wood, and he tripped and he fell and he hit his head on a piece of wood, cordwood standing on end, hit his head on it and broke his neck. He wasn't intoxicated, he was just clumsy, and he tripped and broke his neck. And he was, I believe, 80 years old when that happened. And he says, the job itself could well do that to you too, Chuck. My eyes are still watering from it. Yeah, Running Water says Mountain Donuts beat Dunkin's any day. Oh yeah, I made a batch in the old Sty Shack up in Cornucopia, and Jim and Rory up there went absolutely nuts over them. Rod says bacon and cheese with mayo on whole wheat. Wheat makes it healthy. I love it. I'd eat that. I don't know if all of you had heard me in the past, but that's what I'll have after the stream tonight. I'll have a couple of peanut butter with Miracle Whip sandwiches as a late night snack. There's people that just go, oh my God, what the heck? You can't be eating that crap. What I love is whole wheat toast, sliced fresh tomatoes, peanut butter, and bean sprouts with mayo. It's a health food BLT. I love them. If there ain't any bacon within a square mile. If I gotta go more than a mile out to get bacon, I'll I'll have one of those. But I'll eat 10 of them damn things. I love them. And you're replacing the bacon with peanut butter, basically, and the lettuce with bean sprouts. And believe it or not, it's pretty darn good. Hey, Andy says, I think I melted the tiles off the wall of the bathroom, LOL. Well, you don't have to remove them at least. You just have to install new ones. You might want to get some with a little bit of asbestos in them so that they're flame proof. Yeah, Andy does have to stay away from the bean soup, Sean. Rod says pork chops are healthy. The other white meat. Yeah. Cheesehead says pork chops, rice-a-roni, and applesauce, my favorite. Oh, yeah. I don't know that it's my favorite. But see, Sty loves food. I just love food. And if somebody said, hey, we're having pork chops, rice-a-roni, and applesauce, guarantee you, Sty's at the table. And he says, close, Sean, this was WTF's left that's edible in the fridge. Could have sworn that green stuff was broccoli. Closer inspection, Andy. Kendra says, Rod, that's baby back, the other white meat. Oh yeah, baby backs are good too. Old man says some Navy cooks would take a perfectly good steak and turn it into shoe leather. Oh yeah. Hey, my mother could do that. But she would do that with a hamburger. When growing up, you only got a hamburger at a restaurant. We didn't have no McDonald's or anything close by. We did have an A&W, and you could get a hamburger there. But my mother would always say, why waste your money there? I'll make you a hamburger. Ma, that ain't a hamburger. Hamburgers aren't as hard as rock. I mean, if you dropped one, you could break a toe with it. No, she wasn't. Canoe Hound Adventures. Howdy, everyone. Hello, Sty North. Hello, Canoe Hound. All right, guys. I want you to check out Canoe Hound Adventures. Go check out Dennis over there. It's worth the visit. Get over there and support Dennis. Awesome channel. He's got great live streams. If you like the outdoors, you like fishing, or if you just like good conversation, it's a great place to hang out. Great. And he's got a giveaway going on. You might want to go check out. He's got a really nice group of items that he's giving away. He's trying to hit 555 subs. So get over there, help him out, check him out, and take a look at his giveaway. And Cole Outdoors. I need to mention Cole. Go check out Cole Outdoors too if you haven't. I entered a raffle, and I won. I won that. I don't know if you can see that. Get me out of the way. As Cole was doing for over almost 2 weeks. Well, it was a week. Blowing on that. It's a buzzbait for muskies or large northerns. That's a sweet puppy there. I've never won a thing on any YouTube giveaway, nothing like that. Never won a thing, ever. But he did a raffle where if you donated to his channel, every dollar you donated, you got an entry. Well, I donated enough that I had almost half the entries. So my odds were pretty good. And I won it. So, yeah. Check out Cole Outdoors. He hasn't been up for the last 2-3 days, but don't worry about it. He's coming back up. He'll be back on. There was somebody else I wanted to give a shout to. Oh, yeah. Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance, MBA. Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance, MBA. If you like country music, go check him out. An awesome, down south, down home, awesome performer. He just sings his heart out, and it's awesome. I was in his stream this afternoon before mine, just listening to his great voice, and he plays the acoustic guitar and just sings away on his channel, and he does live streams on Sundays earlier in the evening. It's I think it's about 5 o'clock Central Time or 4 o'clock his time, Eastern, and so I can watch him before my stream, and I turn him on, and I can go about other business and get other things done, but I'm listening to him in the background, and it's just like this. There's times where it's just like being at a concert or sitting in an old time pub, an old bar, listening to some good old boy sitting up on the stage just pounding it out. He's awesome. Oh, Canoe Hound, you hit 500 tonight. You're getting there, boy. 55 to go. Let's see here. Kendra says, anyone else having a cocktail tonight? Coffee for old Sty tonight. I got a couple things I gotta get done tomorrow mornings. Otherwise, I'd be having Sty tea, I think. Now, nobody really knows what Sty tea is, but all it is typically green tea or sweet tea. And I take a pretty good, fair-sized mug. And I put about 2/3 tea in it, and then a third of it is what I call Russian water. So I put about a third. If I got 2 cups of tea, I got a cup of Russian water in it, and that's Sty tea. That's what I drink in the summer when I'm kicking back. It's not a daily routine. But when I'm kicking back, I like my Sty tea. She said, gonna make pork chops tomorrow for supper, Sty. Oh, you. Rod said he gave up alcohol years ago. See, and for the most part, so is Sty. I will indulge once in a great while, and I don't do excess at all anymore. I just can't do it. I just don't want to. I don't want to do it. I just, yeah. Anybody that gives up alcohol completely, bravo, good for them. It's just like me with my dang smoking. Yeah, Trent says, you all got me one pork chops now. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Andy says, I had an ex-wife who could take a perfectly good steak and let it die of old age rather than even try and cook it. Sean asks Kendra what she's having. She says cucumber vodka with cranberry juice. Now that's an unusual one. Yeah, that does sound kind of good because I like both. Trent says, Canoe Hound Adventures, you ever take a gold pan along with you on those canoe trips just in case? Running Water says, NyQuil for me. Is that homemade NyQuil? Andy K says, yep. Cup of coming up for me too, I think. Rod, liquor will make your hair fall out. Yeah. Canoe Hound. I've thought about it, but never have. Old man, how much vodka, Sty? With how much vodka, Sty? 30%. Yeah. It's it's 2-to-1 tea, 2 parts tea, 1 part vodka. Rod had pork today. I had pork last night. I tried something new for a change. I had, it's made by Velveeta, and it's like hash browns. It's just called cheesy Velveeta cheesy potatoes. And I looked at it and I thought, I'm going to try those. I got them at the dollar store at Dollar Tree. And I bought a couple boxes assuming that I'd like it. So I, I don't want to miss anything. Good night, Kendra. So anyway, I made those potatoes last night. Recipe's easy. You just put water and some milk, some butter in a pan, get it boiling, and you throw the potatoes in there, boil the potatoes, and you let them simmer for 8 or 10 minutes. Then you crank the heat up and you fry them like hash browns so they brown on a couple sides. Then you put this cheese sauce out of this packet in there and you stir it up. Well, I thought that makes a good base. So I got a couple boxes of that, and I made a box last night. But before I did anything, I threw a dozen small sausage links that I had chopped up in the pan and fried those up. Got those all fried up. Then I put all the other ingredients in there and followed the instructions. And oh my Lord, yeah, them pork sausages, they were to die for. Very, very tasty. Them pork sausages and those cheesy hash browns. Wow. I'll do that again within a week. M. Miles, hey, I have to look around my camera because the camera blocks the most recent comment. It'll block that comment. And I didn't see you sneak in, M. Miles. It's great to see you. Back from the Allegheny Mountains. Thought I had a nice brown trout on the line. Turned out to be a big bullhead, LOL. Oh. I tell you what, I had a buddy ask me if I. Oh, just a second. Wondering what I'm doing, I bet. Well, what I'm doing is I was fetching a fallen bag of M&Ms. He found out it was a big bullhead. Well, I was going to say, when I was a kid, well, when I was a later teenager, a buddy of mine said, come on with me down in Mississippi. We're going to fish for some catfish. I said, okay. So we went down to the Mississippi and we were catching channel cats and keeping certain ones to eat. And he says to me, he says, do you know how to clean a catfish? I said, sure do. He says, but you told me earlier you've never fished for catfish before. I said, nope. He says, then how experienced at cleaning them can you be? I said, I've only cleaned about 6,000 stinking bullheads, because my granddad and my pop, they loved bullheads. So yeah, we learned to clean bullheads. As soon as we were old enough to hold a pair of pliers and a fillet knife, we were cleaning bullheads. And yeah, them catfish were no different. Andy. Night, Kendra, sorry. Was making a cuppa. Yeah, I'm getting ready to go on to my second one for the evening. Will the Rocker, Will's in the house. Great to see Stingray Steve. Hey. Will says, hey Sty, just got back from church group. Hope you're doing wonderful. Great, thanks for stopping in. You know, and I know some folks have Sunday night services they go to, so thanks for popping in after you're getting home from service. Stingray Steve, great to see you. God bless you too. And Stingray says, we got a big hard head cat Thursday. Oh, really? See, now Stingray had a live stream early in the day, and I saw it. Here, we were talking about notifications earlier. All of a sudden, notification pops up that Stingray Steve's live. I jumped over there and I clicked on it. It pops up, and it says live streamed 7 minutes ago. It just ended, and I had just got the notification. I was so mad. So I started watching it, of course, anyway. But I wanted to be there live. It's fun to watch Stingray Steve's lives when he's fishing. Trent says, I think it was Mark Twain that said, a catfish is a perfectly good enough fish for anybody. Well, yes. Yes. I love catfish. I love them. Like what Mike says, I have run into a lot of bullhead rascals in my time, the human type. Yeah. Hey, Mike, it's super long. Well, tomorrow's video that I'm posting is like 18 minutes. That one's not so bad. Beautiful waterfall I got to hike into that usually you're dealing with people. Loved it. There were 3 people that were there. There were 2 vehicles in the parking lot, and I thought there'd be a lot more. But there was only 3 people that are one in one vehicle and a couple from the other vehicle. And I ran into all the first one came out, and it was a gal. She said the falls are beautiful today, and that's it. There she went. Here comes the second couple out, and I'm glad they were leaving because I could hear them for about a quarter of a mile. They were being noisy, yelling, screaming at each other, and laughing and carrying on. But I crossed their paths about a quarter of a mile, eighth of a mile from the waterfalls. So I was alone. I had the waterfalls to myself. I spent about an hour at the waterfalls. Then I took a hike up to St. Peter's Dome. Not a soul in the park at all, in that area at all. Now, St. Peter's Dome is a real bummer of a hike. It's a 800-foot change in elevation in 2 miles. Well, actually, it's a little less than 2 miles. But 800-foot elevation through a lot of rough forest and terrain. That one is going up Thursday morning, and that's super long. It's an hour and 18 minutes. But a person can catch the front, and if they don't want to go through the whole hike up to the dome, they could just jump to the end of the video and watch the dome portion from the top. But boy, I loved it. I didn't have any of them bullhead, two-legged rascals to deal with. Yeah, Stingray, they do. Bullheads put up a good fight. When I was a kid, we used to fish for them just because they were fun to fish for. They put up a good fight. But boy, have a good pair of long-nosed, needle-nosed pliers, because them buggers want to swallow the hook all the time. Rod says, my great aunt was the finest catfish cook that ever lived or ever has. That's cool, Rod. You don't have to say thanks, Steve. Yeah, you guys check out Stingray Steve if you haven't, because, yeah, it's a good watch. Definitely a good watch. Sean says, catfish with butter and onions in tin foil on the grill. Awesome. Uh-huh. Yeah, I could do it. Hey! Purgatory Paranormal's here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry I haven't gotten over to your channel the last few days. I'll be there. I'll be getting over there. I haven't forgotten about you. You guys go check Cynthia out, because she's great. She's great. She's just got the right persona and personality to do live streams. I don't think it would matter what her topic was. She just, for some reason, she's so pleasant to watch and listen to that, yeah. Oh, Rod says that his great aunt was Cherokee. Yep. Cynthia says, I love grilled bluefish. Yeah, you say that's okay, hon, but I tell you what, that's one thing, I've now met so many awesome people, and I wish I had more time. Hike with Mike says, that's awesome, Sty. Camped at State Park in Georgia, not gonna name it. I had backcountry reservations. I got to the park, it was the only one, I was the only one there. Even Ranger was gone. Just a note with a gate code. Yeah, isn't that awesome when that happens? Oh, Cynthia hit 1K tonight. Awesome, girl. Awesome. You're on your way. You're on your way. If you can hit 1K, yeah, then just give it time and keep doing your content and watch it. It'll grow. It'll grow. I'm amazed that I'm where I am. That is awesome, though, folks. If you haven't gone over to Purgatory Paranormal, go over there and meet Cynthia. You'll enjoy. Well, Stingray Steve, hey, thank you. That's great. Thank you, Stingray. Did you see that super chat, folks? That's awesome. Rolling Homestead, baby back ribs, slow smoked all day. They were great. Oh, I bet they were. Purgatory Paranoid. Cynthia, she says, oh, you're so sweet. That's because all these M&Ms I've been eating, all this candy, so that I don't smoke. I'm trying to quit. It's going to take a bit, but... Sean Carl says, yes, she is. I've been binge watching her videos. Good, Sean. M. Miles, William Collins, the knife maker's father, loves catfish. His father is a good man. Love watching him work the trot line. Cool. Yeah, Cynthia, I got just the best people in my streams. All right, what's he eating now? Sorry. Russell Stover's marshmallow caramel chocolates. Jeez. I haven't had any carbs today to speak of at all. Yeah, Cynthia says, if you like ghosts, LOL. I like ghosts. I don't like poltergeists, but I like ghosts. Cynthia says, that's good, Sty. Keep eating the M&Ms. Yeah, I'm trying to quit the little cigars that I've been smoking now for years. I'm trying to get totally away from them. And now, when I'm out hiking, I allow myself one pack in my pipe at the end of a leg. So, like I hiked up to Peter's Dome Friday, St. Peter's Dome, and that took, well, it was 2 miles all uphill. When I got to the dome, then I took a break, I had a snack, I hydrated up, and then I smoked my pipe. Then, when I got down to my truck, my intent was to have another smoke in my pipe, and I forgot. Got in the truck and took off, and I won't smoke my pipe in my truck. Got home, forgot to have a smoke in my pipe outdoors before I came in the building. got upstairs, got comfortable, said, skip it. So yeah. So it'll be just down to have an occasional smoke on a pipe once in a while. And he says, and I thought Sty was growing squirrel cheeks. Didn't think he was puffing them out with candy. Trying to think of what else I got. Will says, Sty, did you have any luck hopefully getting the kayak? I've got my kayak picked out. I won't be getting it though until after my YouTube distribution. I get paid from YouTube anywhere after the 15th of the month. And once that distribution comes in, boom, got the kayak. I decided to order it. It's coming out of Walmart, but I'm going to order it. I've got a sister-in-law that she's been with Walmart. I cannot believe it. It's insane. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. But she's been with Walmart for 32 years. And she's upper echelon management. She did a little check-in for me in the kayak, the specific tamarack that I want. She said, plenty of them. Don't worry about it. She says, don't worry about it. We got so many available. She says there's no way they'll be out of stock the month of May. She says they won't be out of. She said they'll probably have that particular model I want available at the end of the season for $50 less than I'm going to get it now, $50 to $75 less. Well, I ain't waiting to the end of the season. Yes, Hike with Mike says, chew on cinnamon sticks, Sty, help me quit. And you have nice breath, too. Haven't smoked in almost 30 years. That's how I quit smoking the one time I actually quit. I managed to quit for 5 weeks. Then I had a career change. That was insane. I should have never taken that change. And my first day in that career change, back to smoking. At that time, I was actually up to 3 packs a day. I had quit, and I was up to 3 packs a day within a week. It was insane. But yeah, cinnamon sticks. That's what I did then. And I just haven't been to the store. All I gotta do is get to the store and I'll have some. Because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Sean says, dang it, Sty, you're making me hungry for chocolate. Yeah. I'm looking and I only have 2 pieces left. I've got some barbecue bugles. I've got some cheese curls. And I'm going to have to stay out there and keep hiking to burn this crap off that I'm eating. Stingray Steve, I like the Holy Ghost. Me too, Stingray Rod says. Yes. Yep. Yes. God bless all of you. Hike with Mike. The Styack. There you go. The Sty Stick, Styack. That's pretty good. Canoe Hound says, I picked up my canoe yesterday and spent 4 hours on the water today on it. It's made it on its maiden voyage. Yes, he was talking about it. He was going to be heading to pick up his canoe. Yeah, I was wondering about you with that, if you had picked it up or not. But that's cool that you got to spend 4 hours with it. Gotta break it in, right? Stingray says, I got 2 I never used. Bought them when Sports Authority was closing. Oh, yeah. Old man, Sty North. A number of years back at a friend of mine's barbecue, this uninvited drunk neighbor from down the street came demanding hamburgers. What he got was barbecued Gainsburgers. Uh-huh. A good reason to avoid alcohol in excess. Yeah, you just don't know what you might get. Andy likes that name, Deuce Kayak. Hey, Size Detecting. Hi. I did a shout out for Cole's Outdoors. I was watching. I haven't seen him post for a while. You think he'll be back up and running real soon? Everybody say hi to Size Detecting too, anyway. Yeah, that was pretty funny, wasn't it, Mike? Trent says, Mike, can't find them little cinnamon toothpicks anymore around here to chew on. Used to get them all the time. Yeah, I know. And they were so darn common in your local restaurants. Toothpicks on the way out the door. A lot of times they were the cinnamon ones. Oh yeah, gosh, I can think of all different places we used to grab them, and no, I haven't seen any of those in the longest time. I would love to have some of them. Those were good. I totally forgot about them. That's how long it's been since I've seen them. Hey, Country Prepper, welcome to the Sty Shack. Okay, Rod says, not hard to make, Mike. Get cinnamon extract and drop a toothpick in it. True. Make your own. Yeah. Andy says, same old. Sigh. Silly o'clock in the morning. And no hint of sleep. LOL, how about yourself? Andy, yeah. That's Andy for you, boy. Yeah, he never knows when to go to bed. Yeah, Sai says he still have a few personal things going on. I'm sure he'll be back once he gets things straightened out. Yeah. And if you talk to him, you tell him Sty's thinking about him and take all the time he needs. You betcha. Yep. He's got to think about himself, take care of himself. This goofy YouTube, I tell you what, anybody out there, take my advice. Do not let YouTube run you. Don't do it. And if you've got issues in your life that got to be dealt with, and you're trying to juggle YouTube and other issues in your life, you set YouTube aside and deal with your life. The heck with the rest of us. Don't worry about us. Take care of yourself, then come back here. Now, that's one thing I want to say about all the creators that we have in our chat here. Let this creator give you probably the best piece of advice I can when it comes to YouTube. When you're creating and you're following your own channel, watching its performance, if you personally start feeling stressed out about your channel, I must be doing this wrong. I must be doing that wrong. And this isn't working out. And oh, I just don't have the time to get. And I know my viewers want this. And if you're getting stressed out, that's when you're doing something wrong. If you're not enjoying, if you are not enjoying the time you're putting into, if you're not enjoying the time that you're putting into your channel, then you're doing something wrong. And your viewers are going to know it. They're going to know that, oh man, they're stressed out. Things are bad. And then your viewers, they start feeling bad for you, especially your devoted viewers. They start feeling bad for you. They start empathizing with you. And then they start feeling down because they can tell that you're working so hard to juggle more than what you probably should. Now, these people that have these huge channels and they're making thousands of dollars and they're living off their channel, you look at some of these folks, don't think they're like you or me, where you've got 2,000, or you got 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 6,000, even a person with 10,000. These big folks, all they're doing, a lot of them aren't even doing their own filming. They're hiring people to run their channel the way they want it run. And that's to take away from the stress, because they know they can't handle it. So yeah, so take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Then take care of your channel. Mike says, Trent Badia brand spices carry the sticks. They're a Latin spice company. Check the international food aisle in the grocery store. I think you mentioned that once before, Mike. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've got it written down in my notes. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it was you that mentioned that before. And I got it down in my notes. And we've got an outfit here in Ashland that handles all natural spices and specific foods that are all organic and kind of rare. And I was going to ask them to get me some good quality cinnamon sticks, so I'll mention that to them, and I'm sure that if they don't carry it, they will. Did I see something? Just want to go back, make sure I'm not missing anything. No, everything's looking good. Besides detecting, I don't get any complaints that you saying to Andy. Yeah, the big sticks the size of a cigarette work better for quitting, Andy says. And yeah, or Hike with Mike says, and you're right, because I used to hold mine just like a cigarette. I had that cinnamon stick in my mouth all the time, and I'd take it out just like a cigarette most of the time. I wouldn't grab onto it like this. I'd grab it just like I'm smoking a cigarette. And it helped with that habit of motion and preoccupation of having something in your mouth. So yeah, you want it to, in a sense, mimic the size and weight. Yeah, and you're absolutely right. Country Purposes, can I tag you for a 3-inch favorite fixed blade knives video? Sty? Sure. Sure, go ahead. Go ahead. Now, when you say 3 inch, is that 3 inch blade, I hope? Because if it's an overall length, I don't have one. But I'm sure I have a 3 inch um, fixed blade knife. You know, something that's close to 3 inches, might be 2 3/4. I don't know. But yeah, go ahead, tag me. Gary Irwin's in the house. He says, "Hey Sty, you should try smoking mullein. It has a lot of benefits. It's very plentiful and natural. Check this out." Yeah, I'll do that, Gary. Any suggestions? You betcha. Sty's Detecting says, "I'll let Derek know what you said, Sty North. I also wanted him not to get his channel take over his life. He needs to learn balance." Yes, he does. Because he tries to put his whole heart into it, and he doesn't realize that he's got a life too, and that means the portion of his heart that is available for YouTube is what he has to put into it. He can't give YouTube more than YouTube deserves. So yeah, and I feel for him. You know, he struggles. But Sty, being you're watching, I showed this off earlier. You can let Derek know. The infamous first buzzbait that Sty won. I was showing it off earlier and telling everybody, Sty never wins a dang thing, but boy, I made sure of it. I won this. This is sweet. Yeah. Let Derek know that Sty's happy as snot about that. Yeah, and he's been showing it off on his stream. Oh, okay, country prepper. Okay. Oh, I get it. Not 3 inch. I'm reading it bass backwards, aren't I? It's 3 favorite fixed blade knives. I should have looked at the knives. It's plural. Duh. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. Go ahead, tag me. Yeah, I'll make that. I'll do that video, country prepper, and I'll post that one as like it won't be in my regular scheduled videos. It'll be an extra in between my regular posts, because I post every Monday and Thursday videos. But I'll post this one some other day than those 2 days. Stingray Steve says, only get Ceylon cinnamon. It's made from a different plant. The sticks are like a cigar, not woody. The real cinnamon from Ceylon is much better for your health. Well, thank you for the advice. I shall look into that. Sean Carl says, well, good night, everyone. I hope you all have a great evening. Hey, you too, Sean. Thanks a lot there, buddy. Great to see ya. Okay. White Cloud, hey, good to see ya. Hey. Yeah, he says, just got on, Sty, hope you're doing well. We just got done moving, so now we have the internet back. Hey, good for you. Good for you. Yeah, Trent. Derek had done a few casts and he videoed the action of it. Oh yeah. That'll aggravate a muskie into slamming into it, or a big pike. Um, I won't even be putting that lure to use till later in the summer, because I won't be on any musky waters until later in the summer. So, but I'm looking forward to getting it out there and pounding the water a bit with it. What I really like about certain buzz baits, and this one, the action's really good. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it, plus the splashing, the spinning buzz bait portion. Watching Derek retrieving it, it's got that good fleeing duck effect to it. And boy, the muskies love to nail them little ducklings, boy. Country Prepper says, I'll try to put up my video later this week, so no rush, my friend. I'll make sure to post a link to your channel. Thank you. You do that, Country Prepper. Yep, White Cloud saying hi to everyone. Hi. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been an excellent stream as usual. I've got something to show off. Now, some people just don't, the way I put it, they don't get it. I just never know sometimes. People like to help Sty out. And I just never know what to expect anymore. Well, so yesterday. Today's Sunday. It was Saturday. Yesterday. I get this. A Unigear dry bag. It's a 5-liter dry bag. These are awesome. Especially these Unigear bags. They're really awesome. And it's 5 liter. It's good sized. It also came with, inside of it, it's a waterproof cell case, or cell phone case. So, yeah, your cell phone just drops in it, and it seals on the top. It's got a double latch that basically vacuum seals this thing for your cell phone. And it's clear, so you can see your phone just fine through it. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet. I may be able to even get it to do things through this cover. I haven't tried it yet. But here's the thing, is I get these items, brand spanking new, beautiful. I never ordered them. I never, ever ordered them. Now get this. I've been looking at this specific bag set. And I haven't told nobody. Next thing I know, this shows up from Amazon in my mail. And I'm wondering who the heck sent that to me. Where did that come from? I didn't have a clue. Today I find out on Facebook, because I wasn't on Facebook yesterday. I was on YouTube very little yesterday. I had to take some time off to recover from my hike to the top of St. Peter's Dome. So I so I was wondering where that stuff came from, and so I went to my Facebook group today, and here's a message from Running Water, my oldest boy. Oh, there's a package that should have come to you today. And I looked at when that was posted. It was posted the other day, before I had checked my mail. Then I put two and two together. So I messaged him back, said, "You must be the person that sent me that dry bag." He kind of laughed, wrote back, says, "Yeah, I thought you might get some use out of that this summer." And I said, "You gotta let me know that you're doing stuff like that." Because when I opened it, I thought, I'm gonna have to send this back. I didn't order that bugger. I better take a look at my credit card, make sure they didn't charge me for this dang thing. Or did somebody send it to me to review? Or, yeah, let me know. But Running Water read my mind. So I've got the dry bag I wanted. I've got a bunch of smaller dry bags, but they're only like 1 liter. This is a 5-liter bag. You talk about coming in handy on my kayak this summer. Oh yeah. I'm going to get a ton of use out of that dry bag on my kayak this year. Love it. Yeah, Canoe Hound Adventures. He likes White Cloud's logo. Canoe Hound Adventures. You go over there and check him out, and you get the details on the fella. Dennis is great. You go over there and check him out, and he's got a business that he does signage and stickers and the like. But you got to check him out. I'm not going to try to explain what he does for his business, but you see his logo with the canoe with the little dog sitting there. He's got stickers that are exactly that, and they're awesome. They're awesome. He does a real good job producing stickers. Down the road here, if I generate enough YouTube revenue, Dennis, I think I'm going to have you make me up a batch of the, what are they, the 3-inch, I think, the larger ones that you make. I think I'll probably order a batch from you with my logo on it. The only problem is once you get them stickers, everybody in the world wants one. Everybody wants one. Trent says, used to like Strike King and H&H spinnerbaits, but I just fish for largemouth bass down in the south. Yeah. White Cloud says, my wife and I love that phone case. They work great. Yeah, aren't those neat, eh? Yeah, Running Water. He's smiling, yeah. Little turd. She says, Sty, I'm going to send you a bag full of stuff from pups. You can keep your pup stuff. HR pups and stuff. Rod Marcus, you need a steak sticker. Yeah, no problem, Dennis. Canoe Hound. Yeah, I mean, your products are cool. I mean, what can I say? Can't help but endorse something that's that cool. I mean, for crying out loud, his stickers are good enough. They're dishwasher safe. You put them on your water bottles for hiking, and you can put those water bottles in the dishwasher. It ain't gonna wash the dang sticker off. Yeah, no, it's not hard to endorse something like that. Hey, yes, Hike with Mike. I do. On the About tab, About page, down to the bottom where it says for business, contact, or whatever, email. You click on that, it'll show my email address there. Yeah. Yep, I do. Yeah, anybody that wants email, feel free. It's on my. You just go to my homepage, then go to the About, and in the About section, down towards the bottom, you'll see where the email address. You just click on the box for email. It'll pop up. Canoe, you don't have to do that. No, you really don't. Right now, what I'm doing is I got a little fund set aside. It's not much yet. It's almost there, but it's already designed. And really, what it is the order is just waiting. Boom. All I got to do is say now. They bill my credit card, and basically in 3 days they ship. But I've got magnetic door signs for my truck that are ready to go. Yeah. Oh no. Run. Styak. The old Styak. See, and that's what I was thinking about with Canoe Hound's stickers. I want to make sure that I'll order a batch of them, and then I want to make sure that I've got 4 of them for my kayak. So I got a pair on the bow and a pair on the stern. A little bit of advertising on my yak, on my Styak. Okay, Country Prepper says, better get going. Got an early morning tomorrow. Good night, all. Great chat, Sty. Always enjoy them. Thank you, Country Prepper, for popping in. Love having you here. Love having you. We got the best folks hanging out at the Sty Shack every Sunday night and Wednesday nights around the campfire too. They're all the same. They're all the best people. And Canoe Hound says, happy retirement discount. Oh, here's something else. Here's something else. Yeah, it's 9:35 here in Wisconsin. So we've been going for 2.5 hours. I just need to take a little peek. Yeah, 2 hours and 40 minutes. We're going to be wrapping this up at 10 o'clock no matter what. I need to eat some real food instead of candy. Yeah, I'm going to have myself a couple of sandwiches. See, I'm the kind of person that, I'm eating this candy tonight. It's the last of some of the candy I had around here that was convenient. But I need to I need to quit eating candy. And for me, for a snack, like I said, I got bugles and cheese curls, but even that, to me, isn't real food. I'd rather have a sandwich or even make a top ramen or something, I want to eat real food instead of a sweet snack or anything like that, or salty chips. Um, yeah, so these are, usually I have these vitamin C. They're like a dang cough drop, but they're just vitamin C. Um, I don't think I got any close at hand. Those I would usually suck on, but no, I only got 2 pieces of candy sitting there, so might as well use them up, eh? Running Water says need a few fluorescent stickers along the keel in case you flip. Yeah. No. No need. Now you're sounding like Cheesehead. Cheesehead hanging all the fluorescent ribbons around my action camera and its case so I don't lose it again. Then he says I need to tie them dang things to myself because I'm always wearing camouflage out in the woods. I'll fall down and they'll never find me. Okay, Dennis, Canoe Hound Adventures is calling it a night. Hey, great to see you. Catch you next time, either over on your channel or maybe back here. Got Cheesehead and Mike, everybody. Great idea, Running Water. Oh, I'll have a tether on my kayak paddle. I have kayaked before, folks, so kayaking's not new to me. I just haven't had one to use. She said, Chris, make bacon. Yeah, real food. If it wasn't so late, I almost would. White Cloud, go get yourself a tomahawk steak, Sty. Yeah, Hike with Mike. That's why I have those. I got 4 bags of them because the vitamin C does help when you're smoking. Well, for one thing, when you start quitting, and this is something that my doctor put me on too. She gave me a couple of different web pages. Go check it out. When you quit smoking, your immune system starts getting all screwed up at the same time because it's your metabolism's trying to change, adjust. So she told me, she says, you might want to beef up your shaga routine, and she says unload up on vitamin C. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Oh, Cynthia's back. Hey, Sty North, I'll see you soon. Have a great night, you and everyone. Well, you help make it a great night, Cynthia. You take care, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you soon. Running Waters. I'm just having bad flashbacks of working for Trek and Trail. Rolled my kayak many times. Oh yeah. Trent says, don't know about peanut butter and Miracle Whip though. I've only found a couple other people that like it. Oh yeah, I go through a big jar of peanut butter every week. I go through a full jar of Miracle Whip every 2 weeks. So it's about a half a jar of Miracle Whip to a full jar, large, the big ones, of peanut butter. I could like, yeah, cheesehead hat makes a great flotation device in an emergency. Yeah. I'll just have to make sure to bring cheesehead with, and I'll steal his hat. Swim for it, cheesehead. I'm taking your hat. Yeah, you do that, Chuck. Go visit. Go visit Cynthia. Can get pretty interesting. Her stuff over there. Yep. Yeah. Old man. Yes, bacon. Pour the bacon grease on your morning firewood. Like with my running water, I put reflective tape on all important gear in case I lose them, like knives, compasses, lighter, etc. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Running water. I already explained that health nuts BLT to the folks earlier in the stream. The and Miles says, "You made me hungry. I made macaroni and cheese over the campfire with hot dogs in it." Hey, yeah, that's a meal. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, folks. I hate to do it, but mm, I just killed my last coffee. Oh, Andrew Fishman. I'll tell you what. If you guys want, you hang on. You hang on. We got 16 in the house. It's worth hanging on. I'm going to run and take my insulin shot. I'll be right back. And then we'll just keep this thing going for a little bit longer, okay? So don't anybody go anywhere. Sty'll be, it only takes about a minute, minute and a half. I'll take that insulin shot and I'm good to go for a while. See, that doesn't take so long. Oh, it was a little quick. I wasn't paying too close attention and kind of poked myself in a tender spot, but it's done. Okay, let's take a look. Andrew Fishman's in here. Hey, Andrew. Great to see ya. I'm doing good. M. Miles, Sty's Food Channel. I dropped a couple vitamin C lozenges off on my little counter here, my little end table. Being I'm out of chocolate. Oh, old man's gotta go. Hey, great seeing you, old man. You take care. You take care, buddy. And you have a really good night. Hey, Campfire Steve's in the house too. He says, I can vouch for Mike with Mike's reflective tape system. Tried to catch him for not having it on both sides of an item. Nope, he had it handled. Mike just impresses upon me as being consistent. If he's got a way of doing things, you can count on it. I just get that impression with Mike. Yep. Andrew saying to Andy, a mixture of being busy and rain has kept me away for a few days, but I'm heading out in a couple of hours, I hope. Yeah, get that line wet, huh? Marco, hey, welcome to the Sty Shack. Good to see ya. Yeah, Trent. Yeah, Favre isn't. Yeah, I was a big fan of Favre when he was here. Kind of lost my support when he went to Minnesota. It didn't help Minnesota much, but yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's from Mississippi. Yeah, I know he's a Southern boy. Yeah. Campfire Steve is telling Mike, because Mike was asking if you got some video work done, and he's saying got lots of nice nature shots, but nothing to add to the skunk ape trailers. Andy says, excellent, was out in a mix of hail, rain, snow, and sun on Saturday. Had me a few tiddlers and some quality time with my son. Hey, if it's quality time, it's all good, Andy. Mike saying Campfire Steve is actually the organized and responsible one of our bunch. There's got to be one in the bunch. There's got to be one in the bunch there, Mike. Rod says he's going to jump off here myself, guys. Going to try to go to bed shortly. See you guys next week. Yes, sir. Rod, you take good care. Thanks again for being here. Yep. Every one of you make my streams what they are, and it's just awesome. And Andrew says, Andy K., time and memories built with the kids is the best part of taking them fishing. Whether fish are caught or not, pleased you got some, though. Even small is good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Time with the kids outdoors, you can't beat it. You just, no. Marco, yes, we do have catfish up here. We got river cats and blues. There's a river system south of me that I might just get down to this year and do some catfish fishing. Some pretty good sized cats in that river too. In fact, it's just below a dam, and right at the base of the dam, it's awesome walleye fishing. Nothing huge, but all within limit size walleyes, 15 to 20, I think it's 15 to 20 inch is the keeper size, one fish over 24 inches. But yeah, we catch walleyes in there, and then after you caught your limit of walleyes, then you fish for the bottom fish for the catfish in that river. Running Water ordered a 360 camera that he wants to try out during the yard projects. Andy says he's talking about his son. He's 23 now. Kid misses an house of his own now, and as nature does, it reduces time I get with him, just as I had to reduce time with my olds too when I was in his boots. Yeah. And he says, none of my voices are either responsible for or organized, so we just make it up as we go along. Hey, that's what I think we're all doing that through life, just making it up as we go along, Andy. Andrew says, just spent the morning with my 22-year-old son. He is looking for a new car, so we were car shopping. Plano Chuck says, yes, time to turn off the cat and throw the light out. Oh, wait, we don't have a cat. Night, everyone. Hey, Chuck, you have a good night, buddy. Yep, time to throw the light out, turn off the cat. Yeah, I love it. And he says, very cool, Andrew. Although my son is the brains of the family, where cars are concerned, me, if it goes, it's good. If it don't, it's crap. Yeah. Andrew says, Andy, that is how I feel now, although back in the day we used to rebuild our own motors. Now I don't know what the hell I am looking at. No kidding. Times have changed. There wasn't a vehicle I owned that I couldn't rebuild from the ground up. Then came all the electronic crap and all of the emissions garbage they put on them now. And then, yeah, I look at it and I go, there's an engine under there somewhere. I know it. I just know it. Garcia says, HWM is too kind. My tactical abilities, yeah, he's talking about Mike, diminish exponentially with every bottle of 10% Swamp 8 IPA. Oh, I'll tell you what, you go over there and check out Campfire Steve, folks. Yeah, he's a hoot. He's a hoot. He's a hoot. Yeah, you need a computer degree to fix a damn car. And it is getting like that. Well, folks, we're hitting the 10 o'clock mark. So, Sty's going to be shutting this one down. We're hitting the 3-hour mark. And I want to thank everybody that's still in the house for being here. It's awesome. Just the best people. Sty's back up live on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Wednesdays are 8 p.m. Sundays are 7 p.m. And that's going to just go on and on and on. I have no intentions of changing that schedule. So until I catch you in the next live one, there's a video that'll be posted in the morning, and that hopefully will hold everybody over till Thursday, and or Wednesday actually, till Wednesday, and we'll do the live stream. Then Thursday morning it'll pull another video post to hold folks over till Sunday. So with that, I'm going to be wrapping this up, and I want you all to have a really good night. And don't be shy. Show up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, why don't you hit it on the way out? I'd like to get as many of those as I can to offset the thumbs down that a couple of trolls have been giving me lately. But otherwise, we'll catch you all in the next one. You all have a good night, and we'll see you soon.